Yeah, I will give it to you when I turn the manual. This cover right here is removed. Drive system. Gearbox. I will yearly take a look on the oil for this.
Okay.
Yearly do it. On the manual, it has more instructions about how to take care of this. This guy right here, if for some reason you are doing some maintenance on the chest, or you want to raise this and for some reason you're working down there, when you bring your rods all the way up, you want to put this bracket in on the arms. We have two. We have one on the other side and one on this side. For example, when I was cleaning the chest, I was in there cleaning. And of course I want to do this and put my lock on it. My lockout tag on it. Make sure it is safety first. So basically, if you lose air, you don't know. I mean, this is something, it can fail. You don't want to be in there with that thing without protection. So basically, if you're doing any kind of job on it, you want to use your brackets. Some places they have them somewhere else. We put it in there. That's your decision.
Yeah, we'll leave it in there.
So
Build some hanger brackets. Put them up on the floor.
grease points on the cylinders. Grease points on the bearings here. Yeah. Same thing with the motor at the end on the other side. Magnet switch here, magnetic switch. For some reason, if you don't want to be bypassed there, if you're troubleshooting something, you put a piece of metal there and you can work without the door. If you want to see, if you want to see the driving system running, of course you want to make sure nobody's around. But you can, with a piece of metal there and contacting the metal and the switch, you can bypass the switch.
Break on through?
Break on through. So, on the ironer pad, do you think we should change this in a couple months? Is this made to last?
The pad?
I've heard that some of the pads,
it depends.
the ones that they come with.
It depends. I mean, we recommend after 6 months. I mean, you guys here just run 8 hours a day, or?
Maybe 12.
Yeah. So basically, you're not that busy here. At 6 months, from now on, you take a look, just inspect it. I don't think. I mean, there is places down they run 24 hours, and that thing after a year will change. So this is not my call. It depends on how much use you guys want.
Radio check, over.
Okay. Machine settings. Our password is 4312. You can change that password anytime if you want.
4312.
4312. Yep.
Mixed it up on me.
4312. There. Okay. On the set of 1, it will give you the screen where you can change the setting that I was telling you earlier. That right now we are depending on this one here. If you see a speed reference source, it says feeder. You can have 2 ways. If you do internal, it will depend on itself. If you do folder, it will depend on the one in the back. So the speed running from there, we send a signal out and output to this one to run. So basically, right now, let's say for some reason this one is you guys doing maintenance and you want to run. You want to come here and put it on either internal, if you want to manage the speed on this one to manage the speed on the back, or back to the form, or back to the feeder. The rolls off, outer rolls off. That setting here, like I say, is 2 seconds. I have it set up to 2 seconds. So that way you don't have to wait so long when you start the machine. When you start the machine, it's not too high, it will come down. But you can bring it up to 5 seconds and it will go all the way up. 2 seconds is good. This is basically what the factory recommends. But you can always change it. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can bring it up there. The other is basically factory default settings. If you want to change anything there, you want to contact the company. This is just milliamps. It is settings for speed to our inverters and all that. It is factory settings. You don't want to do that. This is the fan delay. This is your vacuum fan down there. Whenever you run it, you're gonna see automatically will start. It has the 60 seconds to start. If it's, whenever it has something, by the time you get ready, the rods come down and all that, that's when the vacuum, you don't want to run it before you start. All of these options there, they show it there, but we don't have it because we just have 1 row. So if we have 3 or 2 rows, you will have settings there and different. There you can also delete your alarm history. Your alarm history right now is whatever we create before we changing things there. You want to acknowledge them, they are still there. You want to go to your settings. Delete it. Now we don't have nothing there. Any other questions on this? No? Okay, now we go to the end and we should be good to go. Like I said, this is our Omega, our large piece folder. From here, I can make any changes on this guy or add any of my formulas. If I go to my machine settings, you can either go to your Omega settings. It's basically identifying the machine, ID the machine, telling you exactly what it's built for and the usage that you're doing here. The other setting would be the stacker setting. We just have 1. Sometimes we have 2, 3, or 4 stackers there. Because we just have 1, we don't have piece classification because this is when we have another options here to qualify, or when we have another stackers. So basically, because we just have 1, everything is going to the same stacker. And this is something else. This is when you have the small piece accumulator. We don't have that option here. So basically, this is just there. If you want to change your password, like I said earlier, you have that option over there. I just don't mention it. And on the other one too, you can come in here and put your new password and save it. If you guys want to do that later, that's up to you. Another nice thing about this here.
And if you do the password here, it transfers over?
No.
No, just here.
This is this is different. This is just settings for this one. Okay. Now, we have this on the other two, but I want to do it here because we can actually try and do a test. You have a 2 Gs of thumb drive. You can back up all your formulas to here. If for some reason you lost your software, your screen, you're gonna have all of them saved here. So basically, you wanna go to the formula, user send password. You wanna open this here. And you want to back up all of your formulas. That's it. Right now, if for some reason I lost my formulas there, all of them are here. We have this stick in the back. Some of the maintenance, they want to keep it, and you want to identify that this is the one for the folder because they are one on each machine. So basically here you have the settings for this one on the formula and for this one. We have one on the omega, on the delta, and one on the alpha. I don't know if you guys want to keep it here or you want to take it with you.
My question on this, now say if you go in and we tweak the settings for the timing and everything, would it be a good idea to back it up then? Because does it back all that information up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, if I make any changes now, after I did it, you want to make sure you save them over here. If for some reason, I mean now, I make changes and it doesn't work. For some reason tomorrow you want to go back to the original, you have it here.
Right.
So this is one of the reasons why they have this. Okay. So for now, we'll leave it back there. Now you know that you have all your formulas saved there. If you come to this side of the machine, same thing. We have the main schedule here, and this is the low voltage panel. On this end here, I will remove the door so you can see. Okay, same thing. PLC, safety relays, and the relays for interconnection on the right hand side. All of your connections. This there is our power supply for the starting bar on the top.
Okay. Yeah.
One here.
Hey Alex,
Yes, sir.
how do these machines handle the analog stuff like the speeds and the VFDs? Is it 4 to 20 milliamps? Is it Modbus? Is it 0 to 10 volts?
It's 2 to 20 milliamps. Okay. On this one, the main air is here. Main air connected there, and that's where you regulate, and your pressure gauge is here. For both of them, 60 psi. Okay. On the other end, sometimes on this machine, you're gonna get inverter fault. Because what I tell you, if the machine is running, and for some reason somebody hit the stop, or you kill the power without stopping the machine, you might get in an inverter fault. The inverters are on the other end of the high voltage panels. You wanna go here and open these panels. As you see here, this is a high voltage panel. This is your guys right here. The two inverters. Same thing as the other ones. Reset, good to go.
Okay. So is the whole lower cabinet high voltage?
Huh?
The whole lower cabinet's high
Yeah.
voltage? Okay.
Get the label maker.
Actually, I would say all because the main power is there.
Right.
Okay, on this one, you have the same choice on the other one. You have the test mode on this one too. Inputs and outputs, basically the same thing. We're running out of time a little bit, so I don't want to go through that, but it's basically the same thing. Inputs and outputs, you can go there and check your sensors and your solenoids outputs
Okay.
on this.
Are most of the pneumatic tubing the same size?
I'm sorry?
Is most of the pneumatic tubing the same size?
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys have any other questions?
How do the PLCs talk to each other?
I'm sorry?
How do the PLCs talk to each other?
To start?
How do they talk to each other? Just the relays? There's no network connection between them?
There is no network connection. We have a CAN cable, which is a communication cable. It's basically for just integration. It's just signals. The PLC it's not cable wise. It's just
If we wanted to adjust the fold,
oh, that's right here.
it's all time delayed, right?
Yeah. you wanna go to your formula settings. Depends on which one you wanna work at. Let's say we wanna on number 2, settings, and it will give you the option number 2, edit. So basically there is the type of formula. When it's higher pressure, this is the amount of air you're sending on the fall. If it's a low, you're just gonna get a small blast, a short blast. If it's a high, you're gonna get a bigger blast of air. Speed. Now, like we said earlier, this one is not depending on this one right now. So basically, if I do a speed on the ironer from here, it will not change anything on the other one because this one is depending on the alpha. This is where you can change anything on your settings. The first primary, which is this one here, this is your length here. Right now, we are to the point we can run with no issues. But if for some reason you start getting issues, they get a new leaning or whatever, that's where you want to come. If you want to change your primary, that's where you want to go.
So length is the dimension of the sheet.
The length is it's basically the amount. I mean, that 2 1/4 there measure the sheet coming in, and this is basically the half of the sheet. So if we cut the sheet there to the half, and the second primary, it will do the half there, and then you have the first cross fold. We don't have third primary on this one. The first cross fold with this, just that blade over there, it will stop on the center and cut and in, then go to the second cross fold, which is this blade there, that blade over there.
Yeah.
That blade will come up here.
Yeah.
Come up here, and then we go down here to the third cross fold, just this one here. So you have 3 cross folds, 2 primary folds. First primary, second primary, first cross fold, second cross fold, third cross fold. And then second and third. And then